Welcome back. So today I want to go over there's a weekend sale, I guess leak for Harbor Freight coming up this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 25th to the 27th. Percentages off for ITC members as well as non-ITC members. Of course, there's like about a 5% difference. And just to be transparent, this is shared on Reddit. But this person who shared it on Reddit said they found it on Facebook for a Super Savings Weekend. So, of course, not an official source, not confirmed, but so far the ones that I've seen that have come out have been accurate. So, what I want to do is a little bit different. I'm not going to assume that these are all great sales, although there's a couple that seem like really good sales. Once you get to like the 40-30% off, I guess regardless of how expensive they are, they're going to be a pretty good deal. But that being said, that's one thing you should be careful on is prices are variable. Harbor Freight changes their prices all the time. They change their prices. They raise their prices. They lower their prices. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these items have gone up in price before this sale. So that's what I want to kind of try to gauge with some of these. So for this first one, it says 15% off any single Yukon, US General, or Icon large storage product. I'm assuming that means the large roller cabinets. So let's just use one example. This is the 56 by 22 inch roller cabinet Series 3, according to to Hazard Fraud. And I'll have Hazard Fraud linked in the description so you can go ahead and verify some of these prices yourself, because I'm not going to look up every product. But we'll get a gauge for it. But this blue price means it's never gone down in price. So it came out November 2023. The regular price has never gone down. There have been a few coupons. One at the beginning of 2024 where it came down to $750. Seems like a pretty good deal. And then the rest have gotten up to $799. So now, if we look back at the deal, 15% off or 20% off. Let's just assume you're an ITC member. If not, well, you'd get 15% off, but 20% off of $900. That's 10% would be $90 times 2. That's $180. So if you're getting $180 off, you're going down to about $720. So in this case, that coupon is a pretty good deal. And I would say even the 15% off is a good deal. It would be lower than any of the prices, at least specifically for this Series 3 56 by 22 inch roller cabinet. That's a great deal for this roller cabinet. So I would say on a pricey item like that doesn't go on sale often, you have a pretty good chance. So I would recommend people checking in on the Yukon or the Icon if those are the ones that you're interested in. Going on, the next one is 15% off any single air compressor. Limit 1. ITC members save 20%. So I looked up the air compressors, or at least some of them that pop up. And I'm not going to dig into any specific one. I guess I could. But here on this page, it kind of shows you what the price has done, the last price change. So you see, if they're in red, that means the price has gone up. And a lot of these, you can see that they've gone up 14%, 14%, 12, 36%, 36%, 36%. But there's a few that have gone down. But you can also see their lowest price. And none of these are either currently at the lowest price or there isn't a coupon. And we can go in. We'll use one as an example, actually, just to make sure that we're checking out. But let's see this 4-gallon, 200 PSI, high performance hand carry job site air compressor. Shows that it's gone down 8% recently, but that still puts it at $229. Well, look at the price history. So it's at $229 retail price. So that's where we're going to do the 20% off. But it has been lower at $199. So this is one of the few that's actually gone down in price, so it's not as big a difference. But if you're 20% off of $229, it's about $45 off. So $45 off of $229. Let's do the quick math. That's about $185. So that's going to be right around the sale price. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, that's pretty decent actually. 185 is going to put it down about here near the lowest price that it's been. The lowest price that it's been is $169, but that was back in 2021. So at least specifically for this Fortress, You're not getting the best price that it's been at, but it hasn't been at this lowest price with the retail or coupon in about 3 years. So specifically for this one, I would say that this 15% off or 20% off is a good deal on that specific air compressor. Now, again, be careful because some of the prices have gone up. Maybe I should use that as an example. Let's try it out. Let's look at one of the items that looks like it's gone up in price. So let's take a look at this McGraw. It says it's gone up 36% recently. So this went up October 14th. So it went up a few weeks ago, about a week ago. And it was at its retail price and with a coupon recently down to $49.99. So it's gone up 36%. So if you buy this one thinking you're getting 15-20% off, well, you're getting hosed, right? So this is not a good deal. This is one of the ones you're actually paying more even with the coupon. Just to do the math, if it's $67, 20% off is going to be about $14 off, so you'll get it for $53. And just a week ago, you could have gotten it for $49. And without a coupon, $49. I can't really click on the blue dot, but it's the same price. So something to look out for. But let's keep going. 15% off any single floor jack or jack stands. 20% off for ITC members. So let's just look at the at the floor jacks. Again, you got to be careful with which ones have gone up in price and which ones have gone down in price. So I think that's just depending on your flavor of floor jack is what you want to look at. But you can see some of these have gone up 16%, 33% recently. Let's look at this Daytona. This is a recent price change. So also on the 14th, and this might be a pattern that we see. On the 14th, it went up to $239 after coupon and a retail price recently of $179. So if it's a 33% increase, I mean, the 20% is not going to get you to 20% off of $240 is $48 off. So it's going to be just under $200. But $180 just a week ago was a way better deal. So that's the things you have to watch out for because you're gonna end up paying more on this alleged sale on some of these items, and I'm pretty sure that's what Harbor Freight is banking on. Now I'm not sure how specific they get with the colors that they're selling, based on colors here or 3-ton, 4-ton floor jacks. It looks like there's different prices or different price history, but the ones to get the deals on would be like, let's just say this Pittsburgh 3-ton rapid pump. Its regular price is $89.97, and if you get 20% off of that, you're getting it for about, what is that, $18 off. So you're getting it for about $70. So a $70 Pittsburgh floor jack 3-ton. Now you're kind of talking my language. So those are the ones to look out for. That's why I'll have the link again in the description so you can check it out as the sale comes up, so you can verify what prices have actually gone up, because that's the important part. Is if Harbor Freight's raising their price 40% on everything and then they're giving you a 20% coupon, they're really giving themselves a 20% profit. So next one, any single Bauer or Hercules corded power tool. So let's see, where did we leave off here? So we just looked in Bauer, and this is specifically for corded tools, and you can kind of see something similar. 18% increase on the paddle switch angle grinder. And here we have the 23-foot auto feed handheld electric drain cleaner, which sounds pretty handy, but has also gone up 11% recently. Here's a 13 amp 2-speed half-inch heavy duty right angle, also up 13%. So, and the rest, let's see if there's any other corded tools. 58% increase on this corded 4.5 inch 7 amp ankle grinder. This oscillating elp edge spindle sander, looks like it has a cord, is down 5%, but still far from its lowest price. So let's just pick one as an example. Let's go with this 13 amp 2-speed half-inch heavy. So retail price is at $169 right now. That hasn't changed in three years, which is pretty wild. So at least this is not a recent change, but there has been a coupon. It says 1026, which is, maybe it's telling the future. it says on the 26th there'll be a coupon. So maybe they know something that I don't know, and it's saying that it'll be at its lowest price. And maybe there's a coupon going on right now that I'm not aware of. But the thing with the sales is normally you can't combine them. So if it's, what was it, Bauer, 20% off. Normally if, 20% off of $169, that's $34 off. You're getting it for $135, which is a little bit more expensive what this coupon is. So this one's a little bit of a complicated example, but still, just verify that your tool hasn't gone up in price recently, just to make sure you're getting the best deal. And we continue on. The next one is any single welder or plasma cutter. This is the Hercules. So let's look at the Hercules corded also, actually. So here we have the 3 amp corded 5-inch variable speed. It's gone up 10%. Corded angle grinder, 11%. Any other corded Bauer tools? Let's see. Large angle grinder with trigger, up 4%. So let's take a look at one of these. Let's go with the random orbital sander. Okay, so this one's had quite some movement and recent movement in price, but that was back in August. So again, not a recent jump, but there have been plenty of coupons recently. So let's see, $54, 20% off. You get about $10 off, so $45. In the range of the price of the coupons that have been out recently, $45, but there has been a few better deals back in April for this. So again, this is one of those ones where the deal's been better. It's not a bad deal, but you have to know where the price is at and where it's been to be able to make an informed decision. So let's keep going. Looks like the next one's the Welder. So any 20% off any single welder or plasma cutter, ITC members save 25%. And so let's look at all these welders. I know there was sales on welders recently. We checked one for a price verification, but some of these have gone up. So 5% up, 15% up. This one's gone 6% down. So we'll give it a chance and we'll look at this unlimited 200 professional multi-process welder, titanium. A few Vulcan ones here. But we'll look at this one and just see what's going on. So this has a price that is stuck since 2021, so that's good. There has been a lot of coupons recently, so we'll probably compare it to the coupon price. It went down all the way to $6.99 recently. Looks like that's the recent trend. 20% off, was it? 25% off ITC, 20 regular, but 25% off ITC. 25% off of, let's just say 800 to make the math easy. 10% is 80 times 2 is 160, and then plus $40, $200 off. Hopefully I'm doing the math right. So $200 off of 800 gets it down to 600. And so actually this one in this case let me verify that I did the math right. So I should have a calculator up. Let's see. Whoa. And just to verify, I don't want to give misleading. I'm confident with my math, but I guess I'm not that confident. So let's see. $800 times 0.25. Was it 25% off? Yeah, you save $200. So you'll get it for $600. And yeah, that's a deal. Even lower than the lowest price that it's been at. So in this case, for this specific welder, since it's 6% down from its price, not that big of a difference. It didn't shoot up recently. This would be a good deal. So again, you have to look at the different welders just to make sure that it's a good deal. And it looks like there is a few good deals as long as you choose the right welder. But let's keep going. Next is 25% off any single Icon hand tool. ITC members 30% off. So this is probably one that more people are familiar with. I'm pretty sure a lot of people go in to buy Icon hand tools. If you're tracking prices, these are the ones that you're looking at constantly. I know that the Icon mini ratchet is $40. And yeah, so I know the price history of that one because it's a tool that I'm constantly looking at. But anyways, let's take a look at some of the Icon hand tools. Specifically, going to look at the ratchets. Probably includes, not 100% sure, the wrenches. I think there's a Black Friday deal on sockets during Black Friday, so be patient for those because I think those were at least 40% off during the Black Friday sale, which I did a video on a few videos ago. But let's look. This 3/8 drive stubby low profile ratchet, 14% off. 14% down, and its current price is its lowest price. And so that's what you want to see. There hasn't been many coupons for these. But for this one, if you need a stubby 3/8 ratchet, this is going to be the best deal because you're going to get 30% off. Was it 30% off? 30% off on Icon. And let's do the math. 10% is $3 times 3. That's $9. So you'll get this Icon ratchet for $20. And that seems like an excellent deal. Whoops. Let's see. Any of these other ones that might be a little bit misleading. So there's a few that are at their lowest price. This 1/4-inch drive professional swivel head ratchet, comfort grip. Looks like a few of the comfort grips are all at their lowest price right now. So those are already good deals, but combined with the coupons, an even better deal. 1/2-inch professional long reach flex head ratchet. Let's take a look at this one. This one is 4% down, but not at its lowest. It's currently $64. There was a coupon recently back in August where it went down to $54. But 30% off of $65. It's about $20 off. So you'll get this for $44. So well lower than if you had this coupon, which was its best price. So looks like there's some pretty decent deals. I hate that it doesn't update properly. There are some pretty good deals on the hand tools for Icon. It doesn't look like there's that many that have gone up too much in price. And unless we're looking at the wrenches. But again, there's so many hand tools here that you got to be careful with Icon. It looks like the ratchets are pretty safe. Just make sure you're looking up the ones that you want to get. Moving on, single tarp. So this one's interesting. When I was looking this up as I was setting it up, the tarps that I've seen are like always a few bucks. So I thought, well, what kind of savings is 25 or 30%? But these tarps are super expensive, or some of them are. Like this one's $129. I didn't know they were so expensive. This one must be made out of something that's a pretty strong tarp. But we'll look at this. A few of them. Be careful. They've gone up 32%, and that's probably a good gauge. And this is one of those ones that has gone up in price this last week. It was down to $18.99, and now it's gone up to $24.99. So that 32% increase is going to automatically wipe away any of your savings. So just don't buy the wrong tarp. Buy the tarp that's already at its lowest price. And that way you can combine the deals and have a really good deal. Let's look at this one. So this one has gone down, has got to this price back in September of last year. Hasn't moved since, which is interesting. Has had a coupon at one point, got it down to $100, 30% off of this. Was it 30% off? 30% off for ITC, 30% off of 130 is about, what is that, $26, $39. So you'll get it for below $100, which is a good deal. Actually, better than the best price. So again, be mindful of which tarps or which tools you're getting. This is where a tool like Hazard Fraud at least will give you the best chance of getting a real deal and not getting gouged by Harbor Freight raising their prices. Looking at the next one, single Viking charger or jump starter. Same thing. Look like there's been some big increases on some of these. This one's 60%. That's crazy. And this is one that's just gone up recently. So it was $24 a week ago, and it's gone up to $40. That's insane. That percentage off isn't going to do anything. So this is like a do not buy even with this sale. Let's see. But there's some of these that might make sense. Let's look at this 1700. Is this Viking? I think it is. 1700 peak amp, portable jump starter, and power pack. This is charger and jump starter. Yep. Looks like August of this year, it went down to $170. It's its normal price. Hasn't been a coupon since earlier this year, where it was at $150. So pretty big difference in price. 35% off. This one I'm going to use the calculator for. 35% off of, let's do nice round numbers. It's going to be a $60 saving. So 60 from 170, it's $110. $110 is well below the lowest price that it's been at. So if you're going to do a jump starter, I can't vet this specific product. It does look like it has good reviews, 4.7, 342 reviews. But this one would be one to use the coupon on. So again, just make sure you're vetting the product that you're going to get. And then last, let me move this calculator out of the way, but not least, is the Apache single case, 40% off, 45% off for ITC members. Probably stick with the green. We'll look at, let's see, maybe we'll look at the most expensive ones. It looks like the most expensive ones are at $150. And it looks like all those have actually gone down in price recently, but there's still about a $50 difference between the lowest price. So let's look at this first one. 9800 weatherproof protective rifle, case long black. And look at that. They play with this price like if it was, I don't know, I wish I had a better analogy, like if it was a toy, like if it was The Price is Right. It looks like it went down in price, at least not recently, but back in June it's been at 149 cents. There's been a coupon recently for 119 back in September. 45% off is a pretty good deal. So it's basically 50% off. But we'll do the exact math. So let's just say 150 times 45%. You're saving $67 off of, I'm losing track here, $67 off of 150. So you're getting it for about, what is that, $83, which is well below where the best prices. And actually, due to the discount of that 45% off, 40% off, most of these you should get for a pretty good deal, because they're not going to have increased in price. And as I say that, I see a couple here that actually have gone up about 40%. So let's take a look at one of those. And this is like they're saying that these are for cameras, just as an example. But let's look at this. Let's look at this one that went up 45%. So this 1800 weatherproof protective case small seems affordable. Actually, and this one's you're kind of griping over a few bucks, but a few bucks is a few bucks. This one went up in price back in March, so I guess at least not a recent one. But there has been coupons for $9.99. We'll just assume 50% off for this one. So you'll get this for about, close to the lowest price of $8.98. Probably a little bit less. You're saving about $6. So you'd get it for $6. So actually, in this case, I would probably still do it because it's not a big difference. But let's look what is there higher priced ones. So this one's a little bit more pricey. This one went up 43%, but a good gauge. Again, it's not recently. It went up in September of last year. So that's a good sign. Has been down to $30. 45% off of 40 is close to, it's going to be about, close to $25, lowest price ever. So you're probably safe getting an Apache case, even if it's gone up in price, because you're still going to get close to the best deal. It's a really big, deep discount. But if you can combine it with one of these that's close to its lowest price already, that's where you're going to get the biggest savings. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. I expected this video not to be this long, so I'm sorry that it went so long-winded. But hopefully you found this useful. Not all these sales are actual sales, but you can maximize your savings by digging in a little bit. So I'll have the link again to Hazard Fraud in the description, so you can go and do a little bit more research if there's specific tools that you want to look at. And happy savings. If you found this useful, please consider liking and or subscribing. And as soon as I find some more deals, I'll send them your way. Thanks.